Good evening, I'm Michelle Arnold in for Brian and Tambry. Thanks for joining GTN News tonight. Today, the man accused of killing 21-year-old Celia Huda last December, dumping and burning her body, appears in court. 24-year-old Antonio Drayton, seen in a red ASO jumpsuit, appeared today. He spoke under oath and waived his right to a speedy trial. GTN's New Yorker was there and talks with the state's attorney, who's hoping to put Drayton behind bars for life.
The man accused of killing 21-year-old U.S. student Celia Huda was back in court today waiving his right to a speedy trial. Antonio Drayton's defense team says they need more time to prepare their case since co-defendant Cassandra Kimbrough pleaded no contest last week. State Attorney Bill Sarvone says that homicide cases are always complex.
Any homicide case is complicated. The circumstances surrounding relationships when they are domestically involved sometimes add additional factors that are difficult to sort out.
But in the case of Celia Huda's murder, the state will move forward in prosecuting the man they believe who killed her, even if it takes some time.
One thing that we are not ever going to do is force a defendant into a trial posture or to respond to allegations certainly as serious as this without him or her having ample opportunity to prepare their defense and put together anything that they need or want to say on their behalf.
The state hopes to strengthen their case against Drayton with Cassandra Kimbrough's testimony. And as far as Kimbrough's testimony against Drayton, Sarvone says they don't need it, but it will certainly help as long as she testifies truthfully.
It answers things that might be speculated on, but we were comfortable going forward with or without. It's just puts together a nicer, more complete presentation for a jury.
Antonio Drayton is expected to return to court in mid-August, where the state hopes to set a trial date. Reporting from the state attorney's office, I'm New Yorker, GTN News, working for you.
Just last week, accused accessory Cassandra Kimbrough pled guilty to a lesser charge in exchange for testifying against Drayton. Huda's family appeared at her hearing last week. A mother and daughter are indicted today in the killing of their own relative. 19-year-old Guinevere Hudnall and her mother, Stephanie Hudnall, have been charged with first-degree murder. Police say the two murdered William Hudnall. Police say his daughter, Guinevere, stabbed him several times with a pickaxe while he slept. They believe money was the motive. The state attorney has not decided if he will seek the death penalty. A sad anniversary tomorrow. 1 year ago tomorrow, 16-year-old Sebastian Oxenius was shot and killed in his home after intruders broke in. Investigators still have no leads. They hope a fundraiser will help breathe new life into the case. The Justice for Sebastian fundraiser is taking place now at the Zaxby's on 43rd Street. Zaxby's will help raise money by donating 10% of its sales until the event ends at 8 p.m. The family says you can also make a private donation to the Justice for Sebastian account.
For one point, some people, they ask me that question. We never find out what happened, or they find out without user reward, the money is going to be returned to those people.
It's hoped more reward money will finally bring some closure to this case, but as GTN's George Solis reports, for many involved in the case, time does not heal all wounds.
We want to believe, he was too special to be in this war,
Words from an emotional father still suffering from the loss of his own flesh and blood. Boris Oxenius tells us nearly 1 year later, the lack of answers regarding the death of his 16-year-old son Sebastian, while just as painful as the day it happened, doesn't have the family playing the blame game.
I am not here to blame somebody because it's nothing we can do. My son is already gone.
A void that also seems to be felt in this tight-knit community where it all happened. One area resident who wanted to remain anonymous says her best memory of Sebastian captures who the young man really was.
He was a kid that would take his niece or nephew. His sister had a baby. I don't know what it was, but I would see this teenage boy walking, taking care of the baby. What a great kid.
The initial report stated that Sebastian was up late playing video games with a friend when he went into his kitchen. Soon after, all that was heard was a struggle and the shots that took the teen's life. Alachua County Sheriff Sadie Darnell says 1 year later, not much has changed from that report.
It wears on you, to know that the case isn't solved and you can't get the questions to your the answers to your questions. You can't find some resolution or resolve in your mind about why. And it's hard to understand why we can't solve this case, but we can only work with the information and the evidence that we have.
Nearly 1 year later, and the investigation is still at a dead end. But as a reminder of the pain felt by the family, this message on the 34th Street wall speaks in more volumes than anyone could ever hear. George Solis, GTN News, working for you.
The Justice for Sebastian fundraiser continues until 8 tonight at the Zaxby's on 43rd Street. Turning to weather now, some more storm chances in the picture. Meteorologist Kyle Dennis joins us live from the Weather Center with tonight's first alert weather.
Well, after picking up about 3 inches of rain here in Gainesville yesterday, we picked up a little bit more today, and now things are quieting down a bit, at least here in Alachua County. Still seeing the showers and storms down towards Ocala and a good bit of Marion County, and also some heavier rain up towards the north. So we're not done yet with the rain, and that's good news because we still need about 4 1/4 more inches before we've made up the deficit for the year. We'll be at 92 at noontime tomorrow. More storms around, 88 at 5 o'clock. But as we move into Thursday, maybe some stronger storms. Details on that in just a few minutes. Michelle?
Thanks, Kyle. An autopsy has been performed on the body of a woman found dead in Gainesville. Detectives aren't releasing the findings, but this surveillance video from the Sun Center parking lot shows 31-year-old Angel Harris being followed by a man early Saturday morning in the same area where she was found dead just hours later. 2 men discovered her body behind some bushes while trying to hide their bikes. Detectives don't know if the man in the video is involved with her death. Anyone with information is asked to call 393-7661. A Bradford County corrections officer now charged with shooting a fellow officer on purpose. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office is charging Charles Greg Hendricks with attempted first-degree murder. Hendricks told officers he was cleaning his handgun when it accidentally fired, striking Lori Ann Justice. She is in stable condition and is expected to recover from her injuries. And police are searching for a stolen car and 2 armed men who broke into a Gainesville home. It happened here in the 1900 block of Northwest 45th Avenue. Police say the men tied up a mother and her daughter, then ransacked the place. They stole money and a red convertible Nissan Roadster that looks like this one. Police say the car has some minor damage to the rear bumper, and the tag is GINONE.
We don't know at this point why the victim's home was targeted. We don't suspect any drugs are coming to play in this.
They're asking anyone who's seen the car to call Detective Nordberg at 393-7656. Well, storm chances lingering as we move a little further into the work week. Meteorologist Kyle Dennis has his full first alert forecast next. Plus, too much rain has left some Floridians with a sinking feeling.
The Women's World Cup is underway, and there's a pair of former Gators playing for Team USA. I'm Joe Gervin, and coming up in sports, we'll talk to their old head coach, Becky Burley.
If you have a news tip, call GTN News at 331-4GTN or email us at news@mygtn.tv.
Every day on the news, we report stories about hungry children, people who need jobs, funding cuts for people with disabilities, cuts to education, and cuts to outreach programs for kids. Now more than ever, our community needs our help.
No child should ever go to bed hungry. That's why GTN is stepping in. You've heard us say we're working for you. We want you to know that's more than a company slogan. It's our commitment to you. We're using the power of our 4 television stations to raise awareness about the issues, and we're working with you to find solutions to these problems.
Over the next few months, you'll hear more news about our Working for You campaign. GTN plans to make an impact in these 4 areas: hunger, employment, disabilities, education, and mentoring.
Watch GTN for ways you can get involved and work with us to make a difference in North Central Florida.
To improve the quality of life in North Central Florida, the Gainesville Television Network is working for you.
On the road to a healthier body, it's okay if you make mistakes. Just get back on the road again. Follow these simple guidelines. Make eating automatic. For 14 days, train yourself to make healthy choices. Belly fat is a bigger indicator than the scale when it comes to major health risks. Don't starve yourself. Eat smart, well-portioned meals and snacks. Lastly, lean on a friend or family member for support.
Better Health with Dr. Oz is brought to you by Sunflower Health Foods.
If you have a story for GTN News, call the newsroom now or email us at news@mygtn.tv.
Wildfires can cause major economic and environmental damages. The loss of homes, property, and even habitats may result. Florida can experience wildfires any time of the year. March, April, May, and June are typically the most active months. Escape yard debris burns account for most of Florida's wildfires. It is important to learn how and when to safely burn outdoors. Visit your local Division of Forestry office or your local fire station to find out how you can protect yourself and your property, or visit www.fldof.com.
Working for you, GTN meteorologist Kyle Dennis with your first alert forecast.
Well, this is how you make up for a rain deficit in a hurry. Yesterday picked up almost 3 inches of rain here in Gainesville, and it wasn't local. We saw widespread heavy rain yesterday, still about just over an inch below normal for the month of June, but we've spent much of the beginning of the month just hot, dry, and sunny. But now we are getting some much needed rain. That is good news. We're about 4 inches or 4¼ inches below normal now for the year, closing in on 20 inches for 2011. But we just got 3 inches yesterday, so we can get a couple more days like that. We will be back to where we should be. It's just amazing how we could spend months getting behind normal, and now just a couple days can make it up. Satellite picture still showing clouds to the north out ahead of a frontal boundary, and the clouds you're seeing over the central half of the state towards the south actually streaming up out of the Gulf of Mexico. We are watching an area of clusters of showers and storms down near the Yucatan Peninsula, which now has about a 90% chance of developing into a more organized tropical system. We're going to keep our eye on it over the next few days. Temperatures right now sitting at 84 here in Gainesville, 93 in Valdosta, 89 in Cross City. So again, in addition to the heavy rain, we're also seeing some much needed relief from the extreme heat we've been dealing with just so much of leading up to the start of summer and into the beginning of summer. Radar, now we're seeing a break here in Gainesville. All of Alachua County is dry. In fact, we are still seeing some heavy rain off towards the south and east. Down in Marion County, Levy County, we're picking up the heavy rain. Ocala getting hit right now. Not quite as heavy as it was just a few minutes ago, but we are still seeing some heavy downpours down there. And we are also seeing the downpours up towards the north. These are not severe thunderstorms, so that's good news. We're getting the heavy rain without having to worry about really any dangerous weather in terms of lightning or hail or high winds, but we are getting the heavy downpours. And yeah, we are seeing those gustier winds as the stronger storms move through, but we're not seeing any severe weather. Now, as we move our way into tomorrow, looks like more of the same. Showers and storms developing in the afternoon, and again, pretty widespread. But in fact, Thursday, we get a little sun in the morning. That could add to our instability a bit more. And look at this, Thursday afternoon, some yellow popping up as we move into Thursday evening. This could be some strong, maybe even some severe storms. We're going to have to watch this. Thursday looks like we could be in for quite a bit of rain, if nothing else. For tonight, though, temperatures down to around 71, a lingering shower or storm mainly before 9 or 10 o'clock. Winds will be calm overnight tonight. As we make our way into the day tomorrow, though, I think we are going to be seeing more storms, but not quite as numerous as the last couple of days. 94 degrees for the high with a west wind at around 5 to 10. We will be seeing a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day when we are not seeing the rain, but we are going to be seeing those storms once again. And Thursday, we are watching the potential for some slightly stronger storms. 93 for the high then. Friday up to 94. 96 on Saturday, a bit more in the way of sunshine. Still can't rule out a passing shower or storm, though, for both Saturday and Sunday. And Sunday afternoon, we make it up to 95. Michelle?
Thank you, Kyle. Well, it looks like the beginning of a demolition project, but city officials in Leesburg, Florida say a sinkhole has swallowed part of this commercial building downtown, and it's growing. The sinkhole has grown to 85 by 95 feet. It's unclear how deep it is. The sinkhole has also consumed an oak tree and a dumpster, and it may have been caused by a rainstorm. Well, do you not feel like cooking? Maybe you can head out and visit Chef Bert. What he's now cooking up and where. Coming up on GTN.
Hi, this is Freddie Wiebe, owner of the 8 Gainesville Domino's. We're proud that you've made us the #1 pizza choice. Big reason for our success is our advertising, like our decision to partner with the Gainesville Television Network and our GTN News. Our Domino's sponsorship of Joe Gervin's GTN Sports has helped us build our brand. Bottom line, Gator Domino's and GTN News both deliver.
Thanks, Freddie. Gotta go.
Hey!
You never expected this to happen. And who cares? The insurance company? The other driver? The big company that may break the rules? For over 50 years, Avery & Smith has cared for Florida's families who have been injured. Getting you help quickly is always our first priority. I'm Mark Avra. If you've been hurt in an accident, give us a call. We can help get what you deserve. So who cares? We do.
So you actually reward people for staying with you?
Yep, the longer you stay with us, the more you save. And when you switch from another company to us, we even reward you for the time you spent there.
Genius. Yeah, genius.
You guys must have your own loyalty program, right?
Well, we have something. Sure, Tom. Huh? You should see November.
Oh, yeah.
Giving you more. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Hi.
Hi, I just got my car insurance bill and, wow, I really need to shop for a better rate. Any thoughts?
Well, I can do two things.
Okay.
First, we'll show you our progressive direct rates and rates from our competitors. People who switch save an average of over $500 a year.
Very cool. Oh, and the second thing?
It's origami.
You just blew my mind.
Making it easy to shop and save. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Southern cooking with local ingredients. That's how Chef Burt describes his new restaurant, Blue Gills. GTN News viewers get a sneak peek behind the scenes from the chef himself.
Hi, I'm Chef Burt Gill. On Food for Thought for the next couple weeks, we're going to be looking at what it takes to open up our new restaurant, Blue Gill, on Southwest 13th Street here in Gainesville. Light fixtures, salt and pepper shakers, tables and chairs, the list is endless. But most importantly, we're going to test our food. So let's head back to the kitchen to get started. The food we're putting on this menu is special to me because I feel like it is part of Gainesville. It's food that I've worked on for years while living here, and a lot of it comes from within the community. We're sourcing from local farms, whether it's vegetables or animals or seafoods. This food is part of Gainesville. Here at Blue Gill, one of the highlights, I think, to the menu should be a great fried chicken. We don't bone it all out and make it precious and tender. We leave the bones in so that it's hot and juicy. Fried chicken is, to me, best when we cure it in a little buttermilk. The buttermilk has a little bit of sweetness and acidity into it, and that helps to keep the chicken juicy when we go into the fryer. I dredge it with a little bit of flour, but I use a mix of flour and stone ground flour. I like the stone ground flour. It has a little sweetness to it, and it's less processed. Then straight into the fryer. We're going to cook it at 320 degrees for 9 minutes. I've always put it on a wire rack instead of paper towels. Paper towels help absorb the oil and it just sits in the oil. The rack allows any excess oil to drip off, and I season it with a little salt, and there we go. What I think is the perfect fried chicken.
Looks delicious. Well, coming up next in sports, Joe Gervin talks to Florida soccer coach Becky Burley about the former Gators in the Women's World Cup. Plus, Jeremy Moss looks back on a heartbreaking loss for the Gator baseball team and also looks ahead to tonight's game against South Carolina.
The Sunshine State has more than 18 million unique stories, home to a diverse population that makes up the 4th largest state in the country. Floridians will soon find themselves immersed in a process that happens just once every 10 years. Florida legislators will redraw our state's legislative and congressional boundary lines, and you will have the opportunity to start the conversation. Florida lawmakers will travel across the state, stopping in more than 24 cities in order to gather public opinion about the communities you live in. Citizens who participate in the meetings will be able to speak directly with lawmakers. To learn about public input meetings in your area and how you can use My District Builder to personally draw districts and submit your ideas directly to lawmakers in Tallahassee, as well as access My District Builder on Facebook and Twitter, visit www.floridaredistricting.org. Florida Redistricting, it's your community. Tell us your story.
Has it been a while since you've seen a dentist? Are you embarrassed to smile? Do you suffer from sensitive teeth? Are you afraid you've waited too long? At Samant Dental, we're here to tell you that it's never too late. As a prosthodontist, Dr. Samant has created generations of beautiful, healthy smiles. We offer comprehensive restorative dental care with a wide variety of other services. We care about the health and function of your teeth. No matter what kind of dental problem you're experiencing, we will find an answer for you. At the Samant Dental Group, we improve lives one smile at a time.
You're watching the 6 o'clock edition of GTN News on NBC9. GTN Sports is brought to you by Stephen A. Bagan and Associates.
I'm attorney Stephen A. Bagan. If you've had an accident, it's never too early to call.
We've handled thousands of cases for more than 25 years.
25 years.
For over 25 years.
The sooner you call, the sooner we can start working on your case.
And to contact witnesses, investigate insurance, and deal with the insurance adjusters.
Your time is precious, so call us.
Just call us.
Call 1-800-800-2575. Stephen A. Bagan and Associates. Helping Florida's injured for over 25 years. Just call me.
Game 2 of the College World Series tonight, a painstaking turn of events for Florida last night in Game 1. The Gators face the defending champ and SEC East rival South Carolina. Let's go to Game 1 of the best-of-3 series, picking up 1-1, bottom of the 9th, and the Gators with a chance to win this. And Scott Wingo, second baseman for South Carolina, comes up big. Robbing Tyler Thompson, and then Daniel Piggott hits it back to Wingo. Wingo starts the 4-2-3 double play. South Carolina gets out of a bases-loaded jam. Nobody out in the bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the 10th, another chance for the Gators to win. Mike Zunino with a base hit to left. Look at the throw from left field as Cody Dent has nailed it home. That would have ended the game. Gators would have won. Hudson Randall, who pitched an outstanding game. Well, he just... he looks on in horror, and then Mike Zunino's throw in the 11th gets away, and Bryson Smith's throw from center field gets away. Gators really beating themselves. 2-1 is your final, as Florida, well, they're looking ahead to Game 2.
We had opportunities to win this game, and you know, the team that beat us today was ourselves. So 2 out of 3 series, we're used to that. We've been playing like that all season long. So you know, we're geared up for that, and we got good pitching left, and I think we're going to bounce back from it.
We're just got to put it behind us. Come out focusing pitch by pitch tomorrow, do whatever we can to win that game and force Game 3.
You got to credit South Carolina. They made the pitches and made the plays, and you know, it was a frustrating game for us at the end there, but bottom line is South Carolina is the defending national champs for a reason. They make plays when they needed to.
And so Game 2 tonight. Things get started at 8 Eastern. I'm going to have the highlights for you coming up at 11. Team USA playing its first game in the Women's World Cup this afternoon. But before we get to the highlights, let's talk about the 2 former Gators who are suiting up for the red, white, and blue. Here's GTN's Joe Gervin with Florida soccer head coach Becky Burley.
Thanks, Jeremy. Well, Becky, you must feel very proud right now. 2 of your prize pupils suiting up for Team USA. Let's start by talking about Abby, obviously one of the most decorated soccer players in soccer history. What would it mean for her to add a Women's World Cup championship to her resume?
Well, I think it's about the only thing Abby doesn't have on her resume. She's had so many accolades as a player. She's had so many great team experience as well, but to get a World Cup championship would be gigantic.
And Heather Mitts, unfortunately, because of the hamstring injury, may not be able to play, but still is part of the team going through the experience, and I know that must mean a lot to her as well.
It does. I mean, we talked about this about a month ago, but right before she knew if she had made the team, and for her to be in a World Cup is something that she's dreamt about, and I know she's really excited to be there, and she's hoping she gets to play.
Are you in close contact with them, and what advice might you have had before the tournament started?
I didn't really need to give them any advice. They both know what they're doing, but I did talk to both of them about a month ago, and you know, it's been a tough training cycle for the U.S. because they're playing with their pro teams, they're playing with the U.S. team, and you know, they've got a tough group. I mean, it's going to be a challenge for them, but I think both of them are just very excited about being there.
We'll talk a little bit about that group and what it will take for Team USA to win the Women's World Cup coming up tomorrow. For now, for Becky Burley, I'm Joe Gervin, GTN Sports. Back to you in the studio.
All right, there's got to be a lot of pride here as the USA and North Korea square off. And speaking of Abby Wambach, beautiful cross to Lauren Cheney. Cheney with the header. Pinpoint accuracy. 1-0 USA in the second half. Later in the second, Allie Krieger off the crossbar. It almost goes in, but then there's a little scrum in front. And Rachel Bueller
Bueller puts it in, 2-0. USA gets a big victory today in the first game of the Women's World Cup, and that's going on in Germany. We'll keep you posted over the course of the event, and always a World Cup is exciting to see.
Very exciting. Thanks, Jeremy. Well, we're giving you yet another way to connect with us here at GTN. We'll show you how next when your news continues.
Want to get ripped? Want to get pumped? Want to get powerful? Then you need the Ab Roller Evolution, the intense ab sculpting workout system that transforms into a serious upper body trainer in just seconds to build lean six-pack abs, explosive arms, broad shoulders, and a massive chest. Start with gut-busting crunches that target your upper, middle, and lower abs at the same time with virtually no strain on your head, neck, or back. Twist your legs to isolate your side obliques and blast those love handles. Then add weights to accelerate your results dramatically and take your abs to the next level. But it doesn't stop there. Turn it over for punishing push-ups with an extended range of motion that won't strain your wrists. And complete your workout with deep dips to build tremendous triceps. Every exercise you need to get a lean, chiseled core, massive chest, and powerful sculpted arms in just minutes a day. So crank out those challenging crunches, pump out some serious push-ups, and tough out those tricep dips. You'll see impressive results in just 30 days, guaranteed. Order the Ab Roller Evolution for only 2 payments of $29.99. As a bonus, you'll receive 3 Evolution Express workouts designed to get you lean and ripped fast. But call now and we'll cut the price in half. You'll get the Ab Roller Evolution with 3 Evolution Express workouts for just 1 payment of $29.99. Take the Ab Roller Evolution Challenge, and if you don't see impressive results in 30 days, return it for a full refund. But you must call now.
Call 1-800-932-6001 or visit abroller.com to order the Ab Roller Evolution for only $29.99. This offer is not available in stores. Call 1-800-932-6001 or visit abroller.com to order now.
You're watching WNBW, NBC 9, a part of the Gainesville Television Network.
New details tonight on the cat sanctuary investigation. I'll have that story coming up on GTN News at 11.
And want GTN News on the go? There's an app for that. Now you can see all the big stories, sports, weather, and much more on our new iPhone application. Web administrator John Dickerson says the app is just another way we're making GTN News readily available to the community.
You can have all the breaking headlines, weather information, technology information. You can even send us news tips from the app. So I think this product will help kind of reach out more to our community and make it more available on a mobile platform.
The application can be downloaded for free in the iTunes App Store. A link can be found on our website, mygtn.tv. Let's take one final look at this forecast.
That's a pretty good one, at least in terms of the rain. I know that doesn't. There's Joe the intern. 94 for the high on Wednesday with scattered thunderstorms. 93 on Thursday with more storms, and some of them could be strong. And then we start heating up as we make our way towards the weekend.
Okay, thanks, Kyle. Well, thanks for watching GTN News. We'll see you later on tonight.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Mid-Florida has been serving the children in our community for over 35 years. By providing positive role models to at-risk youth, we make a big difference, one child at a time.
My big brother helps me with school. My big sister listens to my problem.
Help us help these children.
This great cause needs your support.
Will you be my big sister?
Hi, this is Freddie Wiebe, owner of the 8 Gainesville Domino's. We're proud that you've made us the #1 pizza choice. Big reason for our success is our advertising, like our decision to partner with the Gainesville Television Network and our GTN News. Our Domino's sponsorship of Joe Gervin's GTN Sports has helped us build our brand. Bottom line, Gator Domino's and GTN News both deliver.
Thanks, Freddie. Gotta go.
Hey!
You're watching WNBW, NBC 9, a part of the Gainesville Television Network.